You guys went against this defense just a couple weeks ago. What did you maybe learn from that game and take away from playing a really good defense like them that you can take into this one?
Yeah, they're pretty stout up front. They obviously, the amount of sacks they got on the year and just overall where they rank, really good defense. They got players on every level. They play sound, they play together. I thought we fared pretty well against them. Obviously, moved the ball decently but didn't score enough points in our previous game. And so that's the challenge for this week. How many points can we score? How can we find ways to stay on the field, help our defense out, move the ball, and obviously finish in the red zone.
How did you feel on the field working with Greg Olsen last week?
Felt pretty good. Obviously, there's things that we can get better at. We all can. But I thought Ole did a phenomenal job at, trying his best to put us in position to make plays. And, he's a coordinator who's done it before in this league, and he knows what he's doing. So I think this week will be even more improvement.
I was wondering, do you yourself kind of like think about the future of your future here? Like, where does your mind go when you're at this point?
My future is, what God's right for me. I'll focus on the day-to-day and getting better every single day as a player. That's all you can do as an NFL player. You can never look too far ahead or even too far behind. The whole your future thing, I got a bright future. I know that for sure. But, as far as, what I have to do here is lead this team and focus on, today's practice and how we can execute and get better, prepare ourselves to go up against a tough team on Sunday.
The study that came out yesterday about the coach analytics base that said you guys have been really good at making fourth down decisions, going at the right times. That Pete has done that really well this year. What does it mean to you that he has faith in you guys to go out and perform on a fourth down situation?
That's Coach, man. Coach is a Hall of Famer, one of the best coaches of all time. And I think he knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's doing. He's done it for a long time, a lot longer than I have, a lot longer than I've been living. He understands the game completely in its entirety. And, he usually makes the right decisions. No one's perfect, but I think for the most part, he's got a really good handle on things.
Denver has a really good defense. You faced them before. What did you maybe learn from them for the first time?
Yeah, they've got a great all-around defense for sure. Great pass rushers, linebackers, and safeties. So main things, they're leading the league in sacks. So we got to do a real good job at, giving Geno some time, and then us as running backs, tight ends, chipping those DNs, and give them some extra time.
You're always a willing blocker, but how challenging has that been just week in and week out, having these great edge rushers and defenses, having us try to slow them down?
Yeah, no, it's been tough, and that's kind of the difference. Like, the DNs, some of these guys are, just as explosive as a skill player coming off the ball, and can be shifty and make you miss. But just really continuing to grow and just attacking it and getting better each week.
Last week you said, even with Greg Olsen now being the play caller, a lot of things aren't going to change about the offense. But after a week, after a game, what are some things that you like that were positive in the way he called against in the last game?
Yeah, I think just kind of trying to set, things up throughout the course of the game, whether it's, running a play action off, our run schemes, and then, just setting it up, throughout the course of the game. But also, coming in and we're making adjustments in halftime and, knowing what we're going to come out with and, attacking and trying to execute that.
How prediction for Friday night?
Just go out there and execute, man.
How will you kind of measure how the season was for you? Statistically, obviously, everybody knows the record, but how are you going to be able to judge maybe growth and that sort of thing?
I don't think statistics always kind of show that. I think it's just more of watching from game to game. Maybe it was a read or a run scheme. I didn't read the best that week, but, this next week we ran it again and I read it better. Or maybe on this route it was zone and I thought it was man and I ran the wrong route. So just continued improvement in that sort of way, but stats don't always show that.